This this episode pretty much reminded me of why I like this show so much, and it's something that I forgot about since Volume Two, and it is something that's very special in my heart. Something the reason why I love good storytelling. In RWBY, I like it so much not just because the great fight scenes are amazing character designs and the awesome music, but also the dialogue. To me, it has some of the best dialogue you can see inside of an American animation um, show. It's something that you don't see every day unless you watch some high good end Pixar film or something. But in this episode, it showed something that I haven't seen in a while since Volume 2 with Yang and Blake's talk. And that is pretty much how everybody sees and respects another person. Let's start off with Blake. Sure, the episode starts off with Blake and Sun trying to recruit people in order to help defend Haven Academy from the White Fang. But of course, they're having a hard time because these people don't want nothing to do with it. And then I can, of course, relate to that in a way because it really sets off into also an our world as well. As you know how there's always the elections, the votes and stuff, and the majority of people, believe it or not, don't participate with the votes because they feel like they won't make a change or they don't want nothing to do with it. But then once when the change comes and the decisions have been made, people start complaining about it. So that's a perfect example of what's going on right now, where Blake and Sun's situation is right now. And that's why people don't want to do nothing right now. They pretty much were tired of fighting and they want to run away from it. And that's understandable because everyone's meant to be a fighter. Some people are meant to do a different thing. So yes, that's understandable. So then Blake goes off and talking about how she sees people. And her, since she's a woman of books and knowledge, she usually likes to see people as a word, in a way. Of course, she saw Ruby as purity, White as defiance, and of course Yang as strength. She believes Sun is earnest. And it's something that really relates also to Adam's character we have seen in this episode with his message that was played at the end. And that is his word. Adam's word is perfectly on spot spite. You know, many people could think it's rage or anger or hatred, but in the day it's not. Going back and watching the Beauty and the Beast show movies, Beast really was a petty person. You know, he wasn't really rage or hatred that really fueled him to become a beast. It was spite. He was very ignorant, and arrogant. He really didn't want to understand any people that was different from him. So in a way, he himself was racist as well. So therefore, he believes that he is above the humans and nonetheless, he's not their equal. And seeing how cool he is, I can see that. But in the day, it's not like that. So it goes both ways. There are racist humans, and of course, there are racist faunists. And they just pretty much just can't stand each other. They won't admit that they're on equal terms. They believe that one side is better than the other. So now we move on into Ruby's perspective on everything that is happening, along with Oscar as well. I am glad to see Oscar finally having a reaction. I know he just started in this show and everything, but I'm glad he finally let out his emotions and how he truly feels about the situation that he's in right now. Because when you really think about it, of course, a boy his age would like to go out and adventure and become something more than what he is. But however, he didn't expect this. He didn't expect to be in the middle of a war where he's pretty much the main centerpiece of all of it. And he probably might not come out himself when all this is said and done. Whether Osmond's inside him or not, he is going to change one way or another. And we don't know if that's going to be for better or for the worse. Because war changes people on a daily basis. Even those who are actually fighting, it can still affect people. So we finally got to see him losing his cool. He don't know how to handle this whatsoever. To him, it's just so brand new and it's completely different from his closed life within the farm. And of course, Ruby herself finally let out how she feels about the thing. She's just a very positive person, but she has her guilt and doubts, of course, just like anybody else. And I just want her to finally express that finally in the show. And she does that, like, at last. And she expresses how she is sad that she lost Pyrrha, that she lost Penny. And she knows it's because some petty thing that the villain Salem wants to do in order to make a statement. And because of what Pyrrha believed in, that she should help anybody if there's the slightest chance of helping them, is the reason why she died. And Penny was made to make a statement for them. So in a way, they died over pretty much Salem's own spitefulness. And that's pretty much what some summarize most of the villains in RWBY. Spite. They think they're better than the other person, and they'll do whatever they can to prove they're better than the other person. And though we also got to know more about Salem that way. Why she's doing all this. It's probably more likely spite. So I am finally glad that they showed that in this episode, that they showed that Ruby is scared of things, that she is worried, but she has to face through it, not just for herself, but also for her fallen comrades, and also for the people that are with them right now. So I'm finally glad that they cleared that up. This is something that Ruby definitely needed, and of course Austria needed as well, because Ruby's probably, as everyone says, is the least developed character in the whole entire show. Like, when you have a show where even the villains have more development than you do, something's wrong there. So it's good to see this happening. Like, bravo, Rooster Teeth, bravo. And now with the final scene, and that is pretty much with Ilya, and of course the two brothers. They are trying to get rid of the Belladonnas, because right now, even though right now they're not really making a mark, no one really wants to help out Haven, but who knows, anything could happen. And no one wants to take that chance in the White Fang of giving them that opportunity to strike against Adam. So, of course, they make a plan to attack the Belladonnas, but however, spare Blake in the process. Because as we know, the Beast always had a thing for the beauty, so which we all know Blake is Belle in this, and he will do whatever he can to keep her. But however, Adam did mention a promise that he kept. Who knows what the promise? Maybe he promised to always look after Blake, or promised to be with her. Who knows? But I like to see more about the promise as well. And now let's talk about probably the true puppeteers within the White Fang, and that's the two brothers. I always found them as suspicious. Like, they really don't do anything. They just go around delivering their messages and telling people what to do. Other than that, they don't do nothing. And those are the kind of people you just gotta look out for, because they seem like they don't do much, but in the day, they're the ones that are truly pulling the strings in the events. It seems like even though Adam or even Sienna were on the crown, it seems like the ones that were truly ruling over the White Fang were the two brothers. It's like they're the wicked advisors, the ones that pretty much tell the ruler what to do, or make the ruler think they know what they're doing. But in the end, they're just being manipulated because they don't want to be the front and center of everything. And those are the kind of people you gotta look out for in life. So yeah, this episode was pretty good. I liked it. I always enjoyed a good episode where you have amazing character development with the characters, because it always shows a little bit more about them that you didn't know from the start. So yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I am looking forward to next week of RWBY, because I always do and I always will. So tell me, what do you think about this? What is the promise that Adam had with Blake? And what could possibly be up with those two brothers? And another thing I forgot to mention is Yuma. You only had a few seconds in his show, but however, his character design is amazing. We got to see a lot of Faunus. I know I showed it in the video, but yeah, I forgot to talk about Faunus in this episode. We got to see some mermaid Faunus in this video, man. We our first time seeing Faunus that can actually swim and probably do some amazing abilities underwater. And of course, we get to see Yuma, the character that pretty much seems to be some hidden assassin, and how he took down one of the messengers that were supposed to come and confront the message. And he seems to be a flying type, probably eagle, hawk. It's between eagle or hawk, I believe, or falcon. Who knows? All I can say is that his character design looks pretty awesome. It's very simple too. You know, he has a goatee, the spiky hair, and cool brown wings. Cool design. But yes, now this video will end. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be much obliged. This is Matt from Anime. Sign out.